There's something enchanting about arriving residents to an attractively composed entrance that murmurs sophistication before you even step through the entrance. Your front cultivation is more than merely a transition environment. It's the initial impression, the welcoming embrace that establishes the atmosphere for everything inside. When you merge the pristine refinement of minimalist composition with the natural attractiveness of deliberately assembled vegetation and the eternal charm of a concrete corridor, you establish an entrance that resonates simultaneously opulent and intimately yours. Whether you're operating with a compact urban plot or merely embracing the craft of compact environment dwelling, a deliberately composed luxury compact residence entrance can convert an overlooked zone into a stunning centerpiece that mirrors your cultivated taste and appreciation for understated sophistication.
Before we delve into our exploration, allow us to extend a warm welcome back to Amica Studio. For those joining us for the first time, we invite you to subscribe for more captivating insights into home and interior design inspiration.
Luxury small home entrance ideas with minimalist concrete walkways and refined front garden design. Throughout this exploration, we'll examine everything you require to comprehend about establishing a show-stopping minimalist front cultivation that equilibrates concrete components with abundant vegetation to accomplish that desired luxury aesthetic. You'll uncover how to choose the ideal concrete corridor compositions that enhance your residence's architecture, comprehend which sophisticated vegetation and greenery configurations operate best in compact environments, and reveal expert guidance for optimizing curb charm without dominating your modest entrance. From contemporary illumination alternatives and refined container cultivations to natural mineral touches and current landscaping concepts, we'll direct you through 5 fundamental categories that will guide you compose a luxury compact residence entrance that's simultaneously Instagram-worthy and wonderfully capable for everyday dwelling. 1. Concrete walkways as the heart of a luxury entrance. The foundation of any minimalist luxury entrance commences with an expertly composed concrete corridor that directs visitors with purposeful simplification. Linear concrete corridors with pristine, geometric divisions establish visual progression while capturing the concepts of contemporary minimalist composition. Contemplate incorporating expansive format concrete pavers in neutral tones like gentle charcoal, warm beige, or understated charcoal to establish a refined foundation that permits your vegetation to radiate. The attractiveness of these refined corridors resides in their capacity to make compact front cultivations resonate more roomy through directional composition. A straight or understated curved corridor naturally pulls the vision forward, establishing a perception of dimension. Floating concrete stepping stones for a soft, modern arrival. If you're pursuing a gentler strategy to minimalist concrete composition, staggered stepping minerals deliver the ideal equilibrium between structure and natural movement. This corridor appearance operates exceptionally effectively in luxury compact residence entrances where you desire to sustain open visual environment while still characterizing the walking route. Position rectangular or square concrete pavers at comfortable stride intervals, permitting low-growing ground covering or fine gravel to occupy the gaps between minerals for contributed surface quality and fascination. The negative environment between stepping minerals becomes equally significant as the concrete itself, delivering opportunities to incorporate modest succulent plantings, moss varieties, or decorative pebbles that strengthen your minimalist vegetation theme. Custom-width concrete walkways that make small entrances feel grand. Uplift your compact residence entrance composition by customizing the width and boundary treatment of your concrete corridor to establish a genuinely bespoke luxury appearance. Wider concrete corridors, 36 to 48 dimensions, make bold declarations and resonate more substantial, even in compact environments, while narrow corridors, 24 to 30 dimensions, can guide optimized planting zones on either portion. Brands like Belger deliver superior concrete paver installations with pristine divisions ideal for minimalist compositions, while Techoblock delivers current alternatives with slightly textured finishes that contribute understated fascination without compromising the streamlined aesthetic. The secret is sustaining uniformity in chromatic, completion, and configuration throughout the complete corridor to accomplish that unified, composer-assembled manifestation that characterizes genuine luxury in compact environment landscaping. Two. Sophisticated vegetation selections for compact minimalist landscapes. When composing a luxury minimalist front cultivation, choosing the appropriate vegetation becomes an exercise in purposeful assembly rather than abundant variety. Structural vegetation with strong structures and sculptural profiles establish striking centerpieces without occupying your compact residence entrance. Contemplate specimens like Japanese box, ornamental grasses such as Karl Forster feather reed grass, or the compelling vertical divisions of Sansevieria, snake vegetation, in frost-eliminated climates. The mystery to luxury vegetation in compact environments is embracing the reduction is enhancement philosophy. Select 3 to 5 declaration vegetation and permit each one territory to breathe and display its inherent attractiveness. Layered green tones for a calm, high-end front garden look. One of the most powerful composition approaches for accomplishing a luxury minimalist aesthetic in your front cultivation is dedicating to a predominantly green chromatic scheme with understated tonal fluctuations. This single chromatic strategy establishes visual peaceful and refinement that flawlessly enhances concrete corridors and contemporary architecture. Stratify varied shades and surface qualities of green foliage, from the deep emerald of boxwood hedges to the silvery green of lamb's ear or artemisia, and the luminous chartreuse of creeping jenny as accent ground covering. Incorporate vegetation with fascinating leaf configurations like hostas in shadier zones or the bold, strappy foliage of New Zealand flax, Phormium, for sunny locations. Statement planters that elevate small entrances with designer flair. Optimize your minimalist front cultivation's potential by incorporating sophisticated container cultivations and streamlined container boxes that deliver adaptability and elevation fluctuation. Contemporary rectangular containers in substances like weathered steel, fiber cement, or flat black completions establish compelling centerpieces flanking your concrete corridor or bordering your front entrance. Occupy more spacious containers with solitary variety plantings for a cultivated appearance. Attempt a striking Japanese maple, a flawlessly pruned bay laurel topiary, or an assembly of identical grasses for rhythmic repetition. Campania International delivers stunning current containers in various completions, while brands like Veridex specialize in lightweight, contemporary compositions ideal for compact environments. Three. Elegant lighting that transforms the entrance after sunset. Convert your concrete corridor into a sophisticated nighttime characteristic with strategically positioned low-profile illumination that boosts safety while sustaining your minimalist aesthetic. LED corridor illumination with streamlined, current compositions should be positioned every 6 to 8 dimensions along your walkway, projecting gentle pools of warm white illumination that characterize the route without establishing severe glare or visual disorder. Opt for installations in completions like flat black, brushed nickel, or weathered bronze that merge seamlessly with your landscape during daylight periods while delivering refined lighting after sunset. This stratified illumination strategy not exclusively improves capability and safety but additionally dramatically boosts curb charm during evening periods, displaying your attractive vegetation and structural components with understated, professional caliber lighting. Uplighting that turns plants and walls into evening sculptures. Uplift your minimalist front cultivation from attractive to breathtaking by incorporating uplighting methods that spotlight your most impressive vegetation and structural characteristics. Position modest LED spotlights at the foundation of specimen trees, sculptural vegetation, or fascinating textural components like mineral boundaries or timber screens to establish striking shadows and dimension after dark. Warm white, 2700 to 3000 K, illumination temperatures operate best for establishing welcoming, high-caliber mood that enhances natural vegetation without distorting chromatics. The secret is discipline. Choose 2 to 4 fundamental centerpieces to illuminate rather than lighting everything, permitting shadows and darkness to establish juxtaposition and mystery. Smart outdoor lighting for effortless luxury and daily convenience. Deliver your luxury compact residence entrance into the 21st century with intelligent illumination installations that deliver remote management, scheduling, and customization alternatives. Contemporary intelligent exterior illumination permits you to modify brightness levels, establish automatic timers for dusk to dawn operation, and even transform chromatic temperatures to correspond varied atmospheres or seasons, all from your smartphone. Install corridor illumination, uplights, and accent installations on a unified intelligent installation that incorporates with voice assistants or residence automation platforms for seamless operation. Beyond the functional advantages, intelligent illumination permits you to display your minimalist landscape composition with exactness, spotlighting your sophisticated vegetation and current hardscaping exactly as you envision it, whether you're hosting visitors or merely appreciating the perspective from inside your residence. texture and material layering for depth and warmth. While concrete delivers the structured foundation for your luxury compact residence entrance, presenting natural mineral components establishes attractive textural juxtaposition that prevents the environment from resonating too severe or frigid. Contemplate edging your concrete corridor with natural mineral borders in substances like bluestone, limestone, or slate, which contribute natural fluctuation while sustaining pristine divisions. Boulder positionings at strategic corners or as standalone sculptural components deliver visual density and natural attractiveness that anchors your minimalist composition in the landscape. The interaction between man-manufactured concrete and natural mineral establishes refined dimension that resonates simultaneously current and eternal. Warm wood elements that soften modern front garden design. Present warmth and natural surface quality to your minimalist front cultivation by deliberately incorporating timber components that soften the concrete and vegetation scheme. Horizontal slatted timber screens or boundaries in natural cedar, hype, or composite substances establish seclusion while contributing compelling linear configurations that enhance contemporary architecture. The natural grain and chromatic fluctuations in timber deliver understated visual fascination that juxtaposes attractively with the polished uniformity of concrete corridors and the natural configurations of your sophisticated vegetation. For longevity in exterior applications, contemplate weather-resistant alternatives like Trex composite decking substances for horizontal finishes or naturally rot-resistant species like Ipe or black locust for vertical components. Gravel and ground cover combinations that feel intentional, not empty. Optimize the visual and textural influence of your luxury minimalist front cultivation by deliberately merging varied gravel varieties and low-growing ground coverings that occupy environments between hardscape components. Fine crushed mineral in neutral tones like white marble chips, charcoal granite, or warm tan pea gravel establishes pristine, contemporary finishes that juxtapose attractively with simultaneously concrete corridors and abundant vegetation. Incorporate pockets of ground-covering vegetation like creeping thyme, Scotch moss, or sedum varieties that soften gravel zones with living surface quality while sustaining the minimalist aesthetic. The secret is establishing purposeful configurations and pristine boundaries between varied substances. Employ metallic edging or modest mineral borders to characterize where gravel progressions to planted zones, guaranteeing your composition resonates assembled and deliberate rather than haphazard. Five. Finishing touches that define true luxury. Sometimes the most modest particulars make the most substantial influence in luxury compact residence entrance composition, and contemporary residence quantities matched with refined entrance hardware deliver that ideal completing addition. Oversized, current residence quantities in substances like brushed stainless steel, flat black metallic, or illuminated acrylic establish immediate visual influence while fulfilling a functional role. Enhance your residence quantities with coordinated entrance hardware incorporating contemporary entrance handles, lock sets, and mailboxes that strengthen your minimalist aesthetic. Brands like Atlas Homewares and MTech deliver extensive assemblies of current hardware compositions that resonate substantial and opulent. Minimal seasonal styling that respects clean design principles. Sustaining a luxury minimalist aesthetic throughout transforming seasons demands discipline and deliberate assembly rather than abundant decoration. For your compact residence entrance, embrace understated seasonal additions that enhance your sophisticated vegetation and concrete corridor without dominating the pristine composition. In autumn, a solitary sculptural pumpkin or gourd in a subdued tone position near your entrance makes a declaration without occupying. Spring and summer welcome fresh vegetation in your containers, possibly with a managed burst of white or ivory blooms that sustain the refined chromatic scheme. Low-maintenance care habits for immaculate luxury charm. Maintaining the immaculate manifestation of your luxury minimalist front cultivation demands establishing straightforward maintenance habits that maintain concrete corridors, vegetation, and surrounding components appearing their best. Power launder or sweep your concrete corridors quarterly to eliminate dirt, moss, and natural debris that can dull the finish and establish visual disorder. For your sophisticated vegetation, dedicate to regular pruning and shaping that maintains each vegetation's structural structure. Overgrown, unkempt vegetation rapidly undermine the purposeful simplification of minimalist landscaping. Edge lawn zones and planting beds meticulously to sustain pristine divisions where varied substances encounter, as crisp boundaries are fundamental to the polished appearance you've established. Conclusion. Establishing a luxury compact residence entrance with a minimalist front cultivation, sophisticated concrete corridors, and deliberately chosen vegetation is genuinely a craft structure that celebrates simplification, excellence, and purposeful composition. Every component we've examined, from the pristine geometric divisions of current concrete corridors to the sculptural attractiveness of deliberately selected structural vegetation, the understated theater of strategic illumination, and the textural abundance that originates from stratifying substances, operates together to convert a modest exterior environment into a refined refuge that welcomes you residents each day. The attractiveness of this composition strategy resides in its accessibility. You don't require vast square footage or unlimited budgets to accomplish stunning outcomes, merely a dedication to assembly, excellence over abundance, and the assurance to permit each component breathe and radiate in its own capacity. As you embark on establishing or cultivating your own minimalist front cultivation, remember that luxury isn't about surplus, it's about making every selection count, choosing substances and vegetation that communicate to your personal aesthetic while fulfilling functional roles in your daily existence. Whether you're orchestrating an absolute transformation or making incremental improvements to your compact residence entrance, embrace the progression of editing, experimenting, and progressing your environment until it resonates authentically yours. We'd cherish to hear how you're incorporating these concepts into your own entrance composition, what challenges you're navigating in your compact front cultivation, or which components of luxury minimalism resonate most with your vision. Your residence's initial impression is a daily gift to yourself and everyone who visits. Make it a mirror of the sophistication, peaceful, and purposeful attractiveness you've cultivated inside.